Shalom. All praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh. Ba'asham Yahweh Ba'asham Racha Wadash. Double honor to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well, pushing this 100% truth of the gospel, waking up and sealing the elect of the nation of Israel through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh. And salutation to you sincere Alchemy that are pushing this gospel in all righteousness and sincerity, risking your lives and your freedom to do so. This is your brother Abawan, and I'm going to go into this lesson that the apostle Gabar did concerning theological schools pushing this prosperity doctrine. Because what you see is all these famous Christian pastors, the mega church pastors, the general overseers, and the CEOs, I should say, of these different mega churches. In Babylon they have theirs, and here in Nigeria we also have ours, and and most of them are probably even popular in Babylon as well because they have churches in Babylon, and you have a lot of jigs from Nigeria in Babylon, and they all push the same doctrine, this prosperity doctrine of basically you have to take your blessings, you have to pray for to the Most High Yahweh for riches, for prosperity and all that, to increase your wealth on this side. But the question that you should be asking is that what you should be seeking for? Okay, because these same pastors will go through how the love of money is the root of all evil. They'll go through how which of course wanting to obtain money and the love of money are two different things, but I'm just using that as a point. They'll go through how you have to love they'll talk about how you have to love the Most High with all your heart and with all your strength and with all your soul. But then at the backhand they'll push this whole materialism. They'll push materialism onto our people, man. They'll push this whole they'll push this whole love of money. They push this whole love of money onto our people with this prosperity doctrine. Basically, that if you are not wealthy on this side, if you're not rich, if you don't have riches, a multitude of riches, if you don't have cars and the houses and the private jet and the like, if you don't live like these men, then that means the Most High is not dealing with you. Okay, the Most High does not love you, and then you start seeing simple as Jake, okay, simple-minded Israelites thinking that that this wealth is a sign that Yahweh is dealing with you. But what they fail to understand, okay, this simple thing that can disprove all of this, that can debunk this prosperity doctrine is prophecy. Alright, simply going into prophecy would allow you to understand, okay, who are the children of the Lord, okay, and what they would look like, or what they would be like, or whether they would have riches or not. Because if you go into prophecy, you tell you that what the earth. Alright, let me get that. We already know this precept by heart, but I still like to go to them sometimes. Just read it straight from the scriptures, okay. Job chapter 9 verse 24, and it reads, the earth, Job chapter 9 verse 24 once again, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Alright. And I'm going to the book of Genesis chapter 25 as well. Now, this devil Esau was promised the fatness of the earth, alright. And the reason why I'm going to this precept concerning Esau's blessing is because that is exactly who the wicked is, okay. You can't watch videos on the Hebrew Israelites without knowing who Esau Edom is, and without knowing the rule that he has been given on the earth, which is the rule of the wicked. But I will still bring it up as well, because these things, are things that you have to go into constantly, because they are all parts of prophecy. Okay, this is part of how you know who is ruling in the last days, how you can identify that we are in the last days, how you can so that you can now identify which prophecies are left to be fulfilled. Okay, so let's go into that. I think that's Genesis 26. Okay, let me just quickly look for it. Okay, Genesis 27. Okay, yeah, it is Genesis 28. Yeah, I'm still going forward. I think it's in 29. No. Okay, Genesis 27, so okay. Let me see if I can get that. Okay, Genesis 27, and I'll start from verse 38. And Esau said unto his father, Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. Okay? What the present is scripture that telling you that Esau, Edom, has a time in which he would inherit and rule the whole world and dwell in the fatness of the earth. And right now we are living in those times, okay? Because the scriptures tell you that, in the last days, that in the last days you will be ruled by the wicked, okay? At the last days, the coming of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai will be ruled by Esau, Edom, by the devil by the devil. That's in the book of Revelation chapter 19. That he was given a little season to rule upon the earth. And next chapter I want to go to is that is the book of Isaiah. It will warn to you when men speak well of you. Okay, that's in the New Testament. So yeah. For so did your fathers to the false prophets. Yeah, it is. Alright, so this is right here. Luke 6 verse 26, and it reads, Luke 6 verse 26, and it reads, Woe unto you when all men shall speak well of you, for so did their fathers to the false prophets. Okay, so that's that's basically going into these men that are in these churches, man. These mega church pastors, the TD Jakes, Jennings, the Creflo Dollars, and even here in Nigeria as well, your Iyo Adeboye, your Lazarus Walker, your Oyedipo, your Oyedipo, your Anglican cardinals and your Catholic cardinals as well. All these men that have riches on this side, that think that, okay, because they have wealth on this side, that the Most High is dealing with them, which is actually not the case, okay? Because the scriptures clearly tell you what men of the Lord would be like on this side, okay? So this is John chapter 7 verse 7, and it reads, The world cannot hate you, but me it hateth, because I testify of it that the works thereof are evil. Okay, and that is basically it. Because you see all these men, they are loved by this world, okay? People are praising them, calling them daddy, calling them pastors, calling them father, which the scriptures of course say that, call no man father but Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. You're just roughly paraphrasing. Of course you already know these precepts. But these men are loved, okay? People are seeing them, they have millions upon millions of followers, millions of people to defend them whenever they are exposed, and they are exposed almost every single day. You have millions of people to defend them, millions of people sympathize with them, calling them true men of the Lord, whatever they can basically do no wrong in their sight, even though all they do is wrong, all they do is wickedness, okay? Because, like I said, first and foremost, they have never ever spoken a word concerning who you are as a people, okay? Because all these people I mentioned, okay, all these mega church pastors I mentioned, who do you think predominantly goes to these their churches? Would it not be Israelites or people, in that Gentile mind state? And instead of them to tell you who you are as a people, to tell you what you should be doing in this time, which is repenting and coming back to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, okay? Building up yourself in this truth, building up yourself in this faith, so that you can have repentance, and so that mercy will be shown unto you in that time, so that you will be saved from all the evil that the Most High is about to bring upon the earth. But that's not what they do. Instead, they constantly push this prosperity doctrine. They constantly tell our people to go after these hurtful lusts, to go after money, to go after wealth, to go after riches, to go after a name for themselves on this side. They push. They basically push that you should make a place for yourself in Esau's kingdom, in the kingdom of the wicked, where you are just here to be a perpetual slave. Because what our people don't understand is that this is hell right here. This is hell that we are living in. This is the place of our judgment, okay? Going back to the book of I believe that is Ecclesiastes chapter. So okay, I have to go to that, to make sure. I believe that is Ecclesiastes chapter 1 or verse 3. Okay, Ecclesiastes chapter 3. Here it is. Ecclesiastes 3 verse 16. And moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment, that wickedness was there, and the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there. Right, and that is basically plain. This is the place where we are to be. This is the place that Most High has created for us to get judged. Okay, in this kingdom, right? We're living it right here, because here you have, you've been going to these churches for years, possibly even your whole life, and nothing has changed. Okay, you keep going to these churches and you keep hearing the same doctrine. You keep hearing them push the exact same things. You keep hearing them. They keep making the same old prayers. You keep doing all these things, all these things, the exact same, and nothing has changed. Okay, you still continue in the way that you were. You have not improved. Your situation has not improved. Your health hasn't improved. Your business, your wealth hasn't improved. Nothing has improved. You are still in this. You are still the same way that you were. Right before you came into these churches, man. That's why you have so many people bouncing from philosophy to philosophy. That's why you have so many people leaving the Christian church and going into something else. Going into Islam or going into some other black conscious movement. That's why you have so many people jumping from church to church. They try to look for a miracle, look for who will take them away from what basically will take them away from their reproach. But what they don't understand, okay, what some of our people don't know in this time, and that's why. Let me just go to the book of Romans chapter 9 verse 11. Romans 9 verse, and this is the book of Romans chapter 9 verse 11, and it reads, Romans 11 verse 7, I meant to say, Romans 11 verse 7. Okay, Romans 11 verse 7, and it reads, what then? Israel hath not obtained that which is seeketh for, but the election hath obtained it, and the rest were blinded. Well, that is basically that's basically it's self-explanatory right there, okay? Because people don't understand what they should be looking for on this side, okay? They don't understand what they should be seeking after. So many of our people, they don't even know, even in the time that we're in right now, 2021, the year of the hastening onto the day of Yahweh, the year that we have faith and we believe that this will be the year that will be delivered. We still have so many of our people that don't know what they should be seeking after. I don't know what they should be looking for on this side. So what I'm just going to do, I'm going to get a few precepts that can push you in the right direction to know what you need to be seeking after in these times, okay? So first of all, the book of Matthew 6, jumping down to the 33rd verse. Matthew 6 verse 33, and it reads, but seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you, okay? That is basically plain right there. What he's telling you is what? That you should be seeking after the Most High, seeking after the kingdom of heaven, the kingdom of Yasharala, the kingdom that is to come. Because your blessings are not on this side, okay? Your prosperity, all those things that you are looking for, your riches, your wealth, and all those other things, they are not on this side, okay? Our people are thinking way too small. Right? You're thinking of fast cars when you could be driving a fucking chariot, man. Right? You're thinking of living in a mansion where you could own a whole planet. Okay? You're thinking of having, you're thinking of living in a mansion with a bunch of, with having servants and having servants, and like where you could have a whole planet of slaves in them, You're thinking of having paper currency, fiat currency, man, fake ass currency, where you could have whole nations paying tribute to you with real money, with gold, with silver, okay, with precious stones, you're thinking of all these you're thinking of having all these designer clothes, where you could have your own freaking factory that makes you customized clothes, okay? You could have your own brand that makes custom clothes just for you, where you won't have to walk out in the street and see some random nigga in the street wearing the exact same clothes as you. Then you're going to have your own unique clothes that only you wear, and that it was made just for you. Our people don't understand what is waiting for them in the kingdom. It's not like us that here at Great Millstone, us the Hebrew church, we're just thinking of suffering and suffering up until the end of days, suffering forever. We understand that all these sufferings come at a price, okay? That once we finish off with this suffering, man, that we're going to be, as the teacher says, in the Most High's right hand are pleasures eternal, okay? And the Most High being Yahweh Shai, in the right hand are pleasures eternal, that is going to prepare a place for us that cannot be compared with this world that we're living right now in Esau's kingdom. No matter how big you get in Esau's kingdom, no matter how rich you get, at the end of the day, that is nothing, okay? Nothing compared to what you have in the kingdom. But if you're focused right now should not be the riches that we will get in the kingdom, because that's already set for us. But our focus should be, pushing this word, doing the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, so you can actually get to that point. Let's because this is a step by step thing, okay? Because these prophecies are step by step. You don't have any jumping the gun, you don't have any jumping the broom, you don't have any skipping steps. Everything has to come at the right time. Alright, so going into the next precept, book of Romans chapter 8, verse 19. Romans 8 verse 19, and it reads, "For the earnest expectation of the creature waited for the manifestation of the sons of the Most High." Okay, so that is what should do. Our people, that's one of the things they're waiting for. So every creature on the earth are waiting for what? The times in which our people, the elect, so the nation of Israel, will be transformed. Will be given those new bodies and be turned into the sons of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, to turn into the true, Yasharala, according to the scriptures. And that's what, that is one of the promises which we are waiting for. That's one of the things which you would obtain as the as the election. Not one of the things that our people should be seeking after, but so many of our people don't know that this is what they should be waiting. That this is what they should be waiting for. Okay, and we continue from verse 20. "For this creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by reason of him who hath subjected the same in hope." Okay, so so that's going into what? Two separate, what I'm looking for. That's going to what? Remember, of our people, one is seeking, one is waiting for, is subjected to hope. The other is subjected to vanity. So the hope that what? The hope that all the hope that we would be numbered as, the hope that will be numbered or into the number of the elect, okay, the number of the saints that will be delivered and given those new bodies. The hope that we will be saved from Jacob's trouble, saved from all the evil that are about to come upon this kingdom. The hope that when this kingdom is destroyed, we will be delivered. But then 2/3 of our people are subject to vanity, to all these vain things. And you know what the word vain means? Basically means empty, man. So the rest of our people are empty. They're just what? Empty vessels that have nothing in them. Go after. That's why the scripture said that what? They are drawn to and fro with every wind of doctrine. Because our people, they sway like the wind, man. Whoever comes up to them and looks like they have the solution, that's who they follow. Whoever comes up to them again, that looks like they have a better solution, that's who they follow. They are not looking for anything that is that looks promising, because they don't understand the real, what is the real truth, what is the real solution for our people. Because it isn't building, a place for yourself in this kingdom, okay? It isn't building anything, okay? What you should be looking for is the downfall and the destruction of this kingdom, because everything that our people could possibly build, it's already there for us, but it's not on this side, okay? It will come after the destruction of this kingdom, which is why we push so heavily. And this has been brought out millions of times already by by thousands of Akim, constantly being brought out that what we are looking for, okay, what our people are trying to obtain, the fulfillment of Romans 11 verse 7 is not on this side. So our people, going after all these vanities, because this whole prosperity doctrine, really boils me, really boils me down to my core, because so many people here in Nigeria, that is their main focus, all right, on getting these riches, getting the bag, getting wealth constantly. That's the only thing they talk about: money. They're just standing there thinking, but where is Yahweh Hashem Yahushua? Where is the Most High in this situation? Where is God? Even if you don't want to, even if you don't know who He is, where is that fear at least, or that fear, or at least that love of the Most High? Why are people so focused on money? So focused on paper money that doesn't even have any value, that can hold no value, because once this kingdom gets destroyed, okay, once Babylon collapses, all your fiat currency is useless. It just becomes zero, just straight up, which is why Esau has been keeping and hoarding all these riches, all these gold for him, because even the scripture says that what he's hoarding these riches for the last days. Right, so let me get the final precept for going into it, because I going into what our people should be looking after. I'm just going to quote it. Ecclesiastes 12 verse 14. It tells you that what. Let me just go to that. Since I'm already there. Ecclesiastes. Yeah. The touch on my phone is a little bit buggy. Ecclesiastes 12, verse 13, and it reads, "Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep His commandments, for this is the whole duty of man." That is basically it, okay? You want to put upon this earth to chase your dreams. You want to put upon this earth to chase after riches. You want to put upon this earth to do whatever you feel like doing. You want to put upon this earth to praise and to fear Yahweh Hashem, try to keep His commandments, because what the scripture says that you are made, okay, we were made for the pleasure of Yahweh Hashem, so we were made to do what? To do the will of the Most High. Alright. And these are just a few precepts to bring out concerning what you should be looking for on this side. Not the whole, not the prosperity doctrine, okay? Not chasing after not the prosperity doctrine, okay? Not chasing after riches and vanity. Not following these mega church pastors that don't even know what the hell they're talking about. That don't know anything about the scriptures, okay? Because it isn't not written that we as a people, we have Yahweh Hashem as our heritage, our eternal inheritance, and the Most High will be unto us as our sustenance and everything, okay? A king, a priest, it's like a king and a judge unto us, that we would go to Yahweh Hashem for all our needs, alright? And that if we follow and we do the will of Yahweh Hashem, He would give us everything that we wanted and more. Right? It's not a small thing for the Most High to do all these things for us. But so many of our people, namely the 2/3, they have strayed away, or rather they were taken away from the path, okay? From the path of what? Of righteousness. And now they have gone after, like I said before, all these hurtful lusts, all these. Let me get that hurtful lust preset. Because our people, they have gone after all these things that have no value. Here it is, 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 9, and it reads, "But they that will be rich, mainly the Israelites," okay, because our people as a whole, the elect of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And I continue, 1 Timothy 6, verse 9, "But they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare, and into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition." So our people as a whole are falling into temptations and falling into snares, falling into foolish and hurtful lusts. But the elect, okay, will overcome all these things, will rise up, okay, and will not fall by these things, But the 2/3, they will drown in destruction, they will drown in perdition, and destruction and perdition are just the exact same thing. Because I've actually done a lesson going into this. The word perdition actually goes into destruction, it goes into corruption, death. And so many of our people will fall into this corruption and death. Which is why Jeremiah chapter 4 verse 22 reads the way it does. My people are foolish. My people are foolish. They have no knowledge. They are selfish children. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no understanding. Okay, because to tell have no understanding of what they should actually be seeking after on this side. Now don't get me wrong. Okay, these riches, okay, the wealth, okay, the prosperity and all that, these are good things, but like I said before, this is not the time to be seeking after those things, okay? As scripture said, there's a time and a season for everything. And this is not the time and the season to be seeking after wealth, to be seeking after riches, and to be seeking after all these good things, okay? Because going into prophecy, right, once you go into prophecy, what time should we be in right now? We should be in the time of coming back to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, the time of remembrance, the time of remembering who we are as a people, the time of going back into the past, studying the former things, which I did another lesson on as well, studying the things of the past, and remembering ourselves, okay, coming back to our heritage as the Hebrew Israelites, coming back to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. That is the time that we're in right now. Which is just said that what? Seek ye the kingdom of heaven and his righteousness, okay? Matthew 6:33. Seek ye the kingdom of heaven and his righteousness, and all other things shall be added unto you. Because that is the time that we're in right now. The time of seeking the kingdom of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai and its righteousness. The time of seeking after our heritage as the Israelites, which are you so-called Negroes, so-called Latinos, so-called Native American Indians, so-called Seminole Indians, all of you that go back to the house of Jacob, or go back to or whose lines according to your fathers goes back to any of these tribes, or any of these any of these names, that any of these people that are so-called in this word that I mentioned, okay? So this is the book of Isaiah 14 verse 1. For Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land, and the stranger shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. Okay, and that is what our people should be focused on this side, to cleave onto the house of Jacob, to cleave unto to join and to cleave ourselves unto the house of Jacob, unto the heritage of the Israelites. That is what you should really go after. You know, that's what you should pray to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai for, to show you the path, okay, to the house of Jacob, to show you the path to the house of Israel, to show you who is the true house of Jacob, or who is the true house of Jacob, who is the true house, who is fulfilling this prophecy right now. That is that who are the true people, that the true church that is cleaving onto the house of Jacob, which of course, without being proud, but just by simply seeing what is going on right now, okay, it would be great millstone, GMS. Right, I'm not saying that out of pride, because but this is just an undeniable fact that it is being covered, that is being brought out more and more every single day, okay? So there is not going to be any jumping the, I already said it before, there's not going to be any jumping the gun or skipping steps in prophecy, everything must happen as it is written. I know the time where, we go after these riches, go after, the time that we have these riches, have this prosperity, the time of the prosperity doctrine has not yet come, because guess what, all of you Israelites, all our people are destined to have wealth. You are going to be rich, you're going to be prosperous, you're going to have all those things you desire and more. But that will be when the kingdom comes, okay? When our Lord Yahushua comes back the second time, that is when all these things will come onto you. All the riches that you have will come onto you, and and more than you desire. Okay, so let me get the book of Mark, chapter 10, jumping down to the 29th chapter, to bring this out. Right, Mark 10 verse 29, and it reads, "And Yahushua answered and said, Verily I say unto you, there is no man that hath left house, or brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands for my sake and the gospels. But, and continue from verse 30, but he shall receive 100-fold now in this time, houses and brethren and sisters and mothers and children and lands, with persecutions, and in the world to come eternal life." Okay, so that's what our people don't understand, that all these blessings, okay, all the blessings they are seeking after, all the blessings that they are telling you about in these mega churches, or the whole prosperity doctrine, it comes with great tribulation, okay, it comes with suffering. It comes by going through great suffering, great affliction, and that's actually even in the scriptures. That's actually written down. That's the book of Acts chapter 14. We're going into Acts chapter 14, the 22nd chapter, and it reads, Acts chapter 14 verse 22, "Confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of the Most High." Okay, so let me get that word tribulation. Now, we should already know what it means, but just for the sake of edification, you have to know the true meaning, the meaning of words, just to see if there's anything extra there that we can bring out. All right. So this is the tribulation, and the word is thlipsis in the Hebrew. Thlipsis.
Strong's G 2347. Thlipsis.
Strong's G 2347. Thlipsis, and it reads, a pressure, pressing together, pressure, a metaphor for oppression, affliction, tribulation, distress, and straits. That is basically what it is, man. We are going to go through. You are going to go through all kinds of hell, all kinds of affliction, all kinds of tribulation, all kinds of straits, all kinds of suffering in order to inherit the kingdom. Okay. The book of Acts 14 verse 22 once again, "Confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of the Most High." All right. So all those blessings, all those things that the scriptures are talking about, all the promises that the scriptures are going into, you must get them through much suffering, okay, through much tribulation on this side, because once again, this is the side of our judgment for not following the ways of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. If we had kept all the laws, we wouldn't have to be going through all this suffering right now. We would just have we would just inherit the kingdom straight away, because we had gone through all this suffering, okay. So okay, because we had disobeyed our power, because we had gone astray from the laws of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, that is why we are going through this hell that we are going through right now, okay. This is just what, a way to show our faith, a way to show that we deserve to inherit right everything that the Most High has given unto us. And once again, going into another precept, it tells you that what the sufferings of this time is nothing to compare to the glory that will be revealed, in the coming of the kingdom. So I can get that. Here it is, book of Romans chapter 8 verse 18, and it reads, "For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. Alright, that's basically that basically it's, you know, I could continue on down. That's, you know, it's self-explanatory that everything that we're going through on this side, the sufferings that we're going through, the afflictions that we're going through as a people, as a whole, okay, as the Israelites, is nothing compared to what will be revealed, you know, what we will gain in the kingdom, all the riches and everything that we will have in the kingdom, you know, the new bodies, right, to live in constant righteousness, you know, all these things will be revealed in us. All these things will be brought out by Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, to be Yasharala, to be loved by the Most High, to be the children of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. You know, even on this side, we already received so much blessing just by being Israelites. Now imagine how it will be in the kingdom when you are actually right with your power. You know, when everything, you know, when you are constantly righteous, you know, constantly in a state of righteousness, constantly in a state of, you know, which will be that perfect state. You can't even fathom what it will be like in the kingdom. You can't fathom what it will be like. What the kind of things that the way that you would be in that time. Okay, so there's no prosperity doctrine here because we don't push any prosperity doctrine because you reap what you sow. Okay, everything that you put, you reap what you sow. You give a little to get a little. Okay, you can't sow wickedness. Okay, you can't sow wickedness, because as scripture says, going back to John 7 verse 7, the world and the works of the world are evil. Okay, so you can't be in the world which is already evil. I will know that the world is evil because the rulers of the world, okay, the ones that have the world in their rulership, are evil. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked once again. All right, so you know that the world is evil because the rulers are evil and the people that are in the world are evil, and they hate the light. Okay, they hate. That's why the scripture said that men love darkness rather than light. So they hate the light and they hate the people that are living in the light. Alright, which is why the real gospel isn't popular. Because we teach that what do we teach? We teach the right doctrine. Okay, we teach the truth, we teach in balance, we teach that you reap what you sow. If you live in this world and you reap wickedness, okay, you cannot sow the rewards of righteousness. All you will sow unto yourself is destruction. And even the scripture tell you that. I didn't want to actually go to these words. You know what? I have to just get it. Because if you sow to the flesh, let me get that. That's what I'm trying to get right now. Even the scripture tell that what him that sows to the flesh will reap corruption. Him that sows to the flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption. Alright, so let me get that. You know what? Let me just try another one. Him that sows to the flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption. Right, here it is. Galatians Chapter 6 verse 8, and it reads, "For he that soweth to the flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption, but he that soweth to the spirit shall of the spirit reap life everlasting." Alright, so everything that what you sow, that is what you shall reap. Okay, so the scriptures speaks about balance. You're not going to put, you're not going to put wickedness. You're not going to push forth wickedness in the earth and then sow, and then be of the elect. That's not how it works. Okay, and that is why, once again, that's why this real gospel isn't popular, because Jake understands this. Alright, these Israelites, they know the truth. They know who they are. They know that they know the laws. They know that the laws aren't done away with. They know the truth. They know the correct doctrine, but they don't want to follow it because Jake is because even scripture say that what they are stiff-necked people, man. They are lazy. Jake is lazy. Jake doesn't want to suffer for the truth, man. Jake doesn't want to suffer for Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. They think that they can eat their cake and have it. They think that they can enjoy the lusts of Esau's wicked ass kingdom and still wake up in the kingdom. Alright, they still wake up and still go into the kingdom, and reap the rewards of the elect. They think that they can be joined to Esau and do all kinds of wickedness with Esau and fulfill all their wicked desires with Esau and still be a part of the elect, still be in the kingdom of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. But that's not how it works, man. The Most High is a righteous judge, okay, and he will not reward, he will not reward he will not give the righteous the reward of the wicked, and I will give the wicked the reward of the righteous. Okay, he gives to every man their just rewards, as the scripture says. So I'm just going to end it there. Just wanted to bring a little something out concerning this whole madness of the prosperity doctrine. So with that, I'm just going to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh Ba'asham Rachak, Wadash, Wa Abad Babal. And through the spirit of you, Akim, and you Akwas were edified. Shalom.